Before we begin our last story tonight, let me tell you about Anna Rajam Malhotra. She was born in 1924 as Anna Rajam George in India's Kerala state. She cleared the civil services examination in 1951. This is one of the toughest exams in the country, even today. Every year, aspirants take it to join the highly coveted executive branch of the country, of the government, the backbone of the Indian administration. And Anna Rajam cracked the test in 1951. She wanted to join the Indian Administrative Service, or the IAS. This is an elite cadre in the services. When she sat for her interview, the board was not keen to post her in the field. They suggested that she join the foreign services instead, because that is, and I'm quoting, more suitable for women. That's what they told her. But Anna Rajam refused. She went on to become India's first woman IAS officer. That was in 1951. The country has come a long way since. And what better day to acknowledge it than today? Because today is the National Civil Services Day. Look at the outgoing batch of officer trainees, the IAS 2023 batch. It consists of 180 officers. 74 of them are women. In other words, women make up 41% of the IAS batch. This is the largest representation of women in the history of the service, 41%. And it's a major win. It reflects new India's aspirations, and it is part of a growing trend. More Indian women want to join the civil services. In a span of 15 years, the number of female applicants has nearly quadrupled. It's gone up 4 times. It outpaces the growth in total applicants, and women now make up 1/3 of them. And not just that, women's success rate is also increasing. In 2018, it stood at 24%. In 2023, it shot up. Women secured 34% of the ranks in 2023. 5 of the top 10 candidates were women. And remember, the civil service does not have reservation for women, so the numbers you see are all based on merit, and this is commendable progress. What is behind this shift? According to experts, 2 things. 1, more awareness, and 2, a generational societal change. Cracking the exam requires knowledge on a range of topics. Earlier, this meant spending hours on end, scouring through newspapers and books. Public libraries were all but a second home for aspirants. And that's something that female aspirants were not always comfortable with. They did not have this kind of access. But with the internet, they have a digital advantage. And study material is a click away. That has contributed to the growing numbers. The second reason, preparing for this exam is a lengthy process. Every year, more than 1 million aspirants take the test. On average, a candidate requires 3 attempts to crack it. And this means 4.5 years of intense preparation. Historically, this was not an option for most women. But times have changed. Female enrollment in higher education institutions has increased to 49% in India. So women are better educated, they're more ambitious, and Indian families are more supportive of their career choices. Now, majority of women retire after completing their full tenures in the service. Sure, there is still room for improvement. According to studies, women civil servants are more likely to oversee areas like cultural affairs, education, food, or health. They are less likely to be in charge of urban development, law and order, finance, or energy. Also, even with more women joining the service, their rise to the top is slow. Take the chief secretaries, for instance. They are the administrative heads of state governments. Across the 36 Indian states and union territories, only 5 women hold this position. So yes, there are still some challenges, but the big picture looks good. It shows consistent improvement. There was a time when Anna Rajam's appointment letter came with a condition that her service would be terminated if she got married. That is no longer the case. Today, thousands of women take the civil services exam every year. Dozens of them crack it, score high ranks, and make history. And we are here for it.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.